The diner's neon sign flickered in the cold night like a dying heartbeat. Open 24 hours, it read, though few souls dared to visit past midnight. Inside, the air was heavy with the smell of coffee, fried bacon, and old jukebox songs that no one had played in years. Behind the counter stood Emily, a young waitress in her early 20s, wiping tables with tired hands and a smile that hid 100 untold struggles. It was past 1 a.m. when the door swung open. 3 men walked in, leather jackets, loud laughs, and eyes that scanned the room like they owned it. The town called them trouble. Emily didn't need to ask, she could feel it. She had seen their type before, the kind who didn't come for food but for someone to intimidate. She tightened her apron and stepped forward. "Good evening, what can I get you?" she asked, her voice steady but soft. The tallest thug leaned on the counter, grinning. "How about a smile first, sweetheart?" Emily forced one, polite but distant. "Coffee or something to eat?" Another man whistled. "Feisty. I like that." He leaned closer, too close, his breath reeking of beer. "You know, a pretty girl like you shouldn't be working here all alone. Dangerous world out there." Emily stepped back. Her heart pounded, but she tried not to show it. "Please sit down, sir. I'll get your order." The men laughed. One of them reached out and tugged on her apron string. She froze, feeling a sting of humiliation and fear. No one else was in the diner. Her manager had gone home early. The only sound was the hum of the refrigerator and the ticking clock. "Come on, doll," the tall one said. "We're just having fun. Don't be so uptight." She tried to move away, but he blocked her path. The others laughed harder. Tears burned at the corners of her eyes. She thought of her little brother waiting at home, of the bills piling up, of how she had promised herself she'd stay strong no matter what. "Please," she whispered. "Just leave me alone." The thug's grin widened. "Oh, we ain't leavin' yet." Then the bell above the door jingled. The thugs turned. The noise of heavy boots echoed across the floor. 4 bikers walked in, leather vests, steel chains, and eyes that didn't need words to warn trouble. The leader, a man in his 50s with a gray beard and a scar across his cheek, scanned the room slowly. His gaze landed on Emily, then on the thugs. Silence fell like a storm cloud before thunder. "Everything okay here, miss?" the biker asked, voice calm but sharp as a blade. Emily's lips trembled. I think they were just leaving." The leader looked at the men. "Is that right?" The tall thug forced a laugh. "Hey, we were just talking. No harm done." The biker's eyes didn't move. "Didn't look like talking to me." The diner was so quiet you could hear the coffee drip. The other bikers took a few steps closer, their boots thudding like warning drums. One of the thugs muttered, "Let's get out of here," but the tall one, too proudo. The diner's sign buzzed and flickered against the empty stretch of highway. It was the only light for miles, a lonely beacon for truckers, travelers, and the few lost souls who found their way there after midnight. Inside, the smell of coffee and bacon hung in the air. The jukebox played a slow, sad tune that no one was really listening to. Behind the counter stood Emily, a 24-year-old waitress with dark circles under her eyes and a quiet strength in her smile. She'd been working double shifts for weeks to support her younger brother, Daniel, ever since their parents passed away. Her life wasn't glamorous, long hours, rude customers, aching feet, but she was proud of her work. That night felt no different. Until the door opened. 3 men walked in, loud, swaggering, and smelling of trouble. Their laughter echoed through the diner as they took a booth near the counter. Emily felt her stomach twist. She had seen their type before, men who thought kindness was weakness, who fed on fear. But she straightened her shoulders and walked toward them. "Evening," she said, keeping her voice calm. "What can I get for you?" The tallest thug leaned back, smirking. "You can start by giving us that pretty smile." Emily forced a polite grin. "Coffee." Another one whistled. "Oh, she's shy. Maybe she needs a little help loosening up." The third man slapped the table. "Hey sweetheart, how about you sit with us for a while? We'll give you a good tip." Emily's hands tightened around her notepad. "Sorry, I'm working." I'll get your order. She turned to walk away, but the tall one reached out and grabbed her wrist. Hey, don't walk away when a man's talking to you. Her breath caught. The diner was empty except for a lone trucker asleep in the corner booth. Fear rushed through her veins. Let me go, she said, her voice shaking. He grinned. Relax, we're just having fun. She tried to pull free, but his grip tightened. The other two laughed. Look at her, she's scared, one said. Come on, sweetheart, smile for us. Emily's eyes filled with tears. She thought of Daniel, waiting at home for the food she'd bring after her shift. She couldn't afford to lose this job. But she also couldn't let them treat her like this. Please, she whispered. Let me go. And then the bell above the door jingled. The laughter stopped. The thugs turned toward the entrance. 4 men walked in, big, broad, wearing worn leather vests with patches that read Iron King's Motorcycle Club. Their boots thudded against the floor, the kind of sound that made even the jukebox go quiet. The leader, an older man with a gray beard and piercing eyes, scanned the room slowly. His gaze landed on Emily's wrist, still trapped in the thug's grip. He spoke in a deep, calm voice. You should probably let go of the lady. The tall thug laughed nervously. Who are you, her daddy? The biker took a step forward, his presence filling the room. No. Just someone who doesn't like cowards.